Hey everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk, all things audio in the plugin world here on Music Marketing TV. And my name is Carlo Libertini. I'm super excited to be here with you. Today we're going to look at the new Pure bundle from the great folks at Sonible. It includes a compressor, a reverb, and a limiter, but not just any kind of compressor, limiter, and reverb. These are Sonible's compressor, reverb, and limiter, which means they're going to utilize the most amazing AI technology to really assist you in making things easier for you while still having creative control. And that's what I love about Sonible plugins. They're super intuitive, easy to use, and they sound great. And they've taken that technology and kind of simplified it so we could have this bundle for us to enjoy. Now, let's dive right in. Here you can see is the Pure comp. Here's a Pure verb, and here's a Pure limiter. This is a screenshot I made so we can have kind of a flavor of what exactly we're going to be having fun with today. So let's dive right into the mix. Now, what is Pure comp? As I said before, it's going to allow you to profile your audio. And what I love about that is you can create a unique preset, if you will, based on the uniqueness of your source audio, the material you're working with. Rather than just grabbing a preset and putting it on any kind of instrument or track, this is going to make a custom settings for you based on what it's hearing. It's really going to give you a jump start in your creativity. Let's dive right in actually. Here I've loaded Pure comp on this stereo drum mix. Let's take a listen to the drums first without it. There. All right. Now let's dive right in. Now, here's the plugin right here. And I also really love how the family of Sonible plugins have a certain familiarity with them. So when you jump from, obviously, from plugin to plugin from Sonible, you kind of know what you're doing already, and that's really cool. Now, the first thing we have to do is come to the learning section. From the drop down, you've got choices. Now, all of these are intelligent. Built within all of these profiles is the ability to listen to vocals, listen to acoustic guitar, snare, or kicks, and then leverage what it's trying to understand to give you settings that are really going to help you often just get you where you want to go, or with just a little bit of extra tweaking. So in this case, why don't we go down to, let's do drums. And to begin, just find a section of your audio. What's recommended from Sonible is to find a section of your audio that is the loudest. Now, personally, I've experimented a lot with this. And the reason why is because it's going to take a sample of that and give you settings for it. Now, you could bounce around and try different sections of your song. That's what I recommend until you get settings that you think really work. So why don't I take it right from the start? Let's activate profile and simply play your audio back. And you can see that the learning section is now listening. There, and it's given us some settings to work with. Let me turn it up for us. So what we're looking at here now is the real-time graphical display. It's going to show you in real time whenever you make a change. Behind this graphical display is the original waveform, and then how it's being affected. You can see a visual representation of that, again, in real time. I love this center display here. Now, of course, you have your compression amount slider, which goes from 0 to 100. Okay, that's going to help you control the dynamic range of what you're working with. But also includes 3 different styles. You got clean, mixed, and dirty. Now, clean is going to give you more of a transparent settings, great for acoustic instruments. Mixed is going to be kind of a blend between clean and dirty. I think this is a good general place to start. And dirty is going to kind of roughen things up for you a little bit. It sounds great when you want to smash drums or a bass guitar or something. So let's run through all of these. Here's the clean setting. You turn it up a little bit. Okay, that's clean. Oh, it really did change things. Let's go to dirty. It's really crushing it there. And of course, you can adjust by dragging the value amount here or the slider itself. What I love about the features like this in Sonible plugins is you stop when it feels right. You know, you just listen and you could adjust these parameters, and then when it just feels right to you, you're there. Now let's talk about clarity. Now I think this is a really great feature too. Clarity is going to add a little bit more transparency. Let's say you were in mixed mode, but you wanted things to be a little bit more transparent. Well, then you can adjust the clarity. It goes again from 0 to 100. Or let's say you were in dirty mode, it was a little too dirty for you. Then you can introduce a little more transparency gradually. So although the plugin it looks easy, it is easy to use, but the parameters that are included, the few parameters, are super creative and very powerful. So again, fantastic. Plus you got your A/B and your bypass here. And it is resizable. But I'll give you another tip now. Here in the settings section, if you enable it, you can choose to activate a soft limiter and auto gain after learning. So there are some really important parameters here. Always check your settings pages all the time. Now, the reason why I went through a lot of these features is because there's going to be some similarity between the pure comp, the pure verb, and the pure limiter. So why don't we leave it on this one and let's open it up on our bass guitar now. Let's check out our bass guitar and drums. Now, you'll notice that I actually have pure comp here on my bass guitar. I haven't profiled it yet, but you'll also notice that I'm using Smart EQ. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is you can see some of the similarities between them. Here's your profiling area here on Smart EQ, and here it is on pure comp. I just love Smart EQ too. It's an amazing equalizer. So I wanted to sneak that in there for you. All right, let's profile our bass guitar and just choose bass and play the audio back, and let's profile something. Now it's set to clean. I like that. Let's go to mixed, increase the clarity a little bit. Here's without. Bring it in. And let's adjust our compression a little more if we want some more leveling. And also, don't forget, we've got our metering section here, all happening in real time. Let's bring the drums in. Love it. Sounds great. So we profiled the drums as easy as that. We profiled the bass guitar as easy as that. Let's actually now move on to our vocals. Let's see, here's our dry vocal. We've got a mix tool. I can actually come up here and say, let's do pure comp on our vocals. And again, let's profile it from one of the loudest sections, maybe our chorus. Yeah, let's take it right from there. Let's take these solos off and this, and let's hear our vocals.
Such mad, mad love for you.
All right, let's set this on vocals, and let's have a little fun now. There. And all we have to do is, I'll take it from the verse, why not? I like that part of the song.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye.
Notice it set it to dirty with a little bit of clarity and 70% compression there. Let's bring in the drums.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to give.
And as easy as that, we put pure comp on drums, bass, and vocals, and we're already getting a tighter, more professional sounding mix. Just like that. I love working with these plugins. Now let's move on to one of my favorite effects, and that is reverb. Now, when I open up Pure Verb, you'll see it looks a lot like Pure Comp. Obviously, there's a familiarity on purpose there. Now, what we're going to do is listen to the vocals, and we're going to profile this under Universal and say, you know, we are working with vocals. Let's put it in that mode, and let's do some profiling.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still
the meter's
cry.
moving, and it's analyzing right now.
I guess that's the way that I live.
There we go.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry.
I'm going to exaggerate it so we can hear it.
That's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye.
How beautiful is this display?
Told me you had nothing left to give.
There's less, would be a smaller room.
Every now and then I remember when, but I should leave it behind. At least I hear that you're doing well.
More reflections.
Don't you know that I'm finally ready to speak my mind?
Now here in the Pure Verb, also we do have some settings. Always check that out. But for the types of reverb, we have synthetic, which if you increase it, it goes 100% synthetic, which would be artificial reverb. And at 0% will be more of a natural reverb.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry.
So if you like a digital sounding reverb, just increase the synthetic value. Closest to 100 is pure digital.
To me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye.
Closest to 0 would be
Told me
natural
you
sounding.
Had nothing left to give.
I got somewhere in between, right about there.
Every now and then I remember.
And now we can adjust the mix, the blend between the wet and the dry.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me,
smaller
then
room, very tight.
Me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to give.
Total wet.
Every now and then I remember when, but
I always love to listen to those reverb tails.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry.
Now here under mode, you've got infinite, which will make the reverb tail just continue on. Great for like a pad effect. Reverse is great for like a creative effect. Let's try that.
I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live.
And bounce is kind of a blend between the two.
I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live.
So obviously I'll keep it on normal for now. And let's bring in our instrumentation so far.
Well, I still think, and I still drink, and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to give.
Simple as that. I love working with Sonible plugins, and I know I've said that before, but you could see why. Really easy to use because it's an intelligent tool. You see, they've engineered these plugins to be easy to use, but there's a lot going on under the hood. And I always feel that the purest sign of like advancement is when something should be easy to use, but does a lot for you creativity at the same time. And that's what Sonible does, especially with this Pure bundle. So that's a look at Pure Reverb. Let's go into Pure Verb, I should say. Let's open up the next plugin here. It would be our limiter. Now, I got to warn you, things could get really, really loud here. Obviously, since we're limiting. Let me bring all my faders down to Unity. And watch your ears. I'm going to bring my master fader down a little bit, so in case things do get a little bit loud for us, I don't want to blow our ears out. But basically, Pure Limit is going to work the same. We're going to come up here. Universal, basically, this profile algorithm universal is kind of a general one. So if you're not sure which profile to use, choose universal. But if we're working with something, let's say like rock here, I'll put it in rock mode. Again, these plugins are trained to know what rock is. It's scary awesome. All right, let's try this. Let me profile it. It'll get loud once it's done profiling.
Yes, that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to give. Every now and then I remember when, but I should leave it behind. At least I hear that you're doing well.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love the real-time graphical display here. So again, just like the other plugins, you've got your slider here, which you can manipulate either by dragging the slider or the value here for your gain reduction. You also have some different styles, neutral, hard, and soft. And notice that in my settings here, I have show tooltips on. I always leave it on because it doesn't hurt. And I can drag it on there and it gives a nice little blurb about what it's going to do. If I switch it to hard, you'll see that's going to give us, you know, obviously different kind of limiting structure. And of course, inflate. I think these are some of the most exciting ones here. Let's talk about soft for a second. So obviously it's good for natural acoustic sounding stuff. I probably wouldn't use it on a rock song. I'd probably use something more like neutral, which is a blend between the two. But if you're working on some driving, pumping music, then I think hard would be the one. But always let your ears be the judge, and you may want to adjust the gain reduction automatically. By default, I believe this comes with a, I think it's a -1 dB. Yes, you can set the threshold right here. Here, under settings, here's another tip for you. You can actually adjust your limiter threshold. So let's say you wanted everything to be maybe -0.1. There you go. So again, always check the settings. It's really easy and really important. Let's take a listen now. Let me go back to neutral.
Well, I still think and I still drink and I still cry.
See the real-time dynamic control there.
That's the way that I live.
And last but not least, we have an option called inflate. Now, this is if you really, really want to work with low-end, heavy music. If you got a lot of low-end energy in there, like EDM or dance music, dance tracks, higher values will really inflate the lower end if you wanted. So I would adjust this one by taste. I don't know how it'll work with rock, but let's try it.
Well, I still think and I still drink and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live.
Sounds nice there. If there was a lot of sonic low end energy there, this would inflate it. I love that feature, actually. I really do. So let's bypass it.
Well, I still think and I still
of course, it's very quiet. Ready? Let's bring it in.
I guess that's the way that I live.
And here's with the limiter on, pure limit.
Well, I still think and I still drink and I still cry.
Really intelligent, really fast, and really easy to use.
That's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to give. Every now and then I remember when, but I should leave it behind. At least I hear that you're doing well.
How beautiful is that?
Don't you know that I'm finally ready to speak my mind and tell you exactly how it felt?
And there you have it. So this is a quick look into the new Pure Bundle by the great folks at Sonible. Easy to use, powerful, intuitive, and definitely high quality. Best way to find out, though, is for yourself. So thank you for watching. Again, my name's Carlo Libertini. Stay busy, stay creative, and I will see you on the next Let's Talk video where we discuss all things audio in the plugin world. Have a great day, everyone.
Well, I still think and I still drink and I still cry. I guess that's the way that I live. Since you said hello to me, then excuse me, then you said goodbye. Told me you had nothing left to